Hi, this is Elizabeth Pampalone. Thanks for watching Absolute Marketing. Today we're going to talk about why isn't your marketing working? And I get this question a lot. They'll say, I've done all these things. I've done all the things the gurus say. I've done all these ads. I've spent all this money. And why isn't my marketing working? Well, I can pretty much tell you why. We actually have an entire free course that you can take. It's a 5-day marketing challenge, and it is free in our membership at getabsolutemarketing.com. At the bottom of the page, you'll see Join the Community. There's also a Join button at the top, and you can get that course for free. Basically, there's 5 reasons your marketing isn't working. And those 5 reasons happen to be branding, website, social media, blogging, and email marketing. Yes, it sounds like a lot. It sounds like a huge time-consuming process, and it's going to take you forever. And you might even think, well, I did all those things already. But the fact that you did all those things already is probably part of the problem. A lot of people will just do their brand and then they're done with it. And they'll do their website and they're done with it. And they'll do some social media and they'll say, as long as I do it once a day or once a week, I'm fine. Great. But then they'll even say, I don't need to do blogging. That's not my thing. Or I don't need to have an email list. That's not what I'm here for. And then they'll just leave off pieces, or they'll kind of sort of do it. Or, well, I did an email last month. That should be good enough. And really, they're just kind of mishmashing things together. They might even have a podcast or a membership, and they're getting little to no results. Well, the main reason that you don't get results when you are marketing and you're kind of throwing things against the wall to see if they stick is consistency. You're trying 10 different things and some of them are sticking, but you're not really sure which ones because there's so much stuff being thrown out there, right? And you're not really following up on people and saying, how did you hear about us? That's another reason marketing doesn't work. You don't know to say, how did you hear about us, so that you know exactly where people are coming from. Oh, a friend told me about you. Oh, I saw you online. Oh, I saw your website, or I was really drawn to your brand. So if you actually look at the 5 pillars of marketing, brand, website, social, blogging, and email, and you look at what you have, where are your gaps? Where are you not being consistent? Are you using your brand colors every single time that you post online? Are you using the same verbiage and language every single time that you put something out there? Is your tone and your voice the same when you blog, just as it's the same when you podcast or when you're on another podcast as a guest, or even when you speak in person? One of the things that I found is that for me and for our business, being consistent, especially in that messaging, has been so important. Whenever I've tried to diversify too much, now I think you should diversify a little bit, but whenever I've tried to diversify our product line too much and I've had too many things to offer, we just get derailed. It's so hard to sell because your focusing is, your focus is here, your focus is there, and you're not really focusing on one thing or another. You're just all over the place. And your client, your potential client, gets that. They can feel that from you. So when you're able to say, here is my strong brand, here is my website that tells you everything you need to know about me in a very simple, concise manner, and it only has, your business only has a few products. A lot of people think they have to have this entirely massive product line for it to even be, recognized by anyone as legitimate. But really, having a really tiny, small product line, a few things on your product line, is what really makes you successful. So, for example, we've toned down our product line quite a bit. We've definitely pared it back. And we've been seeing more success with that by saying, this is what we sell, this is all that we do. And we've really niched down. We've actually created our own category, which I talked about in a previous video. And we've also really honed in on that niche client that we're trying to find and to communicate with. And then we come to social, having that same voice, using those same brand colors. Does it get boring? A little bit. To us, yes, it gets a little boring. But to our clients, we look stable. We look consistent. They know exactly what they're going to get when they come to a webinar, when they see us speak on stage, when they go to a summit and we invite them to a summit that we're speaking at. They know exactly what they're going to get when they join the membership, when they watch these videos. And they know that it's going to be solid information. They know that they're getting the exact same people, right? We're not having these wild shifts in personality and technique in every single video. We're not having these crazy introductions and outros and everything's changing every 5 minutes and we're rebranding all the time. We are consistent. And when people look for someone who's an expert, the consistency of that person, and especially as an expert, is huge when you're actually looking for someone to look up to and to actually follow and say, okay, I'm going to do what you say because I can see it works for you, because I can see that you're practicing what you preach. So definitely, when you're looking at your stuff, definitely look at your consistency, especially throughout your whole brand. So focusing on that brand, making sure it's always the same, making sure that you are doing your best to keep it forefront and not sway back and forth on little things. Little things matter. Colors, fonts, shades of colors, those little things do matter. Making sure that website is constantly being updated. It's not a document that you just write and then shove in a drawer somewhere. It actually is online every single day. People go to it, they visit it, they read it, they use it as a tool for themselves to determine if you're legit or not. So making sure that that's really solid as well. You can do some usability testing around this, and we have some videos and stuff on usability testing in our website course. So if you're looking for that, you can check that out there. But then your social media, making sure that's consistent. Blogging it seems like this whole other world that if you're not a writer, you probably shouldn't even dabble in. But really, you can write a blog in 10 minutes, and we have an entire course on that. So don't think that it's something that you shouldn't be doing, because it's going to bring you so much SEO and so much traffic back to your website. It's not even funny. I've actually hired people because I read their blog posts and thought they were amazing and thought their information was great and so helpful, and I hired them because of their blog posts. So keep that in mind. And then email marketing. How do I know that you're still in business? How do I know what you're doing on a monthly, weekly basis? How do I know that you're speaking at this great event that I should go to and pay money for and use your affiliate link for? How do I know these things? Because you emailed me, because you told me. Social posts are one thing. That's kind of like saying, standing on your front porch and telling all of your neighbors they can come get barbecue at your house, right? That's what social media is like. The people who are within earshot, they'll hear you and they'll be like, oh, free barbecue, sounds good. But your email is like you actually got the addresses and names of every single one of your neighbors in your entire neighborhood, and you printed out an invitation and you sent it to them individually. And then they can decide, oh yeah, I'm free Saturday. Let's go over and have some of that. Let's go get some of the barbecue. So social media is just you standing on your porch yelling, and email marketing is sending that individualized invitation where you're going to get a lot more response, and a lot more people are going to actually take it seriously and actually hear you when you actually send these things out. So I hope that's helped. And if your marketing isn't working, look at these 5 pieces. If you still can't figure it out and you're like, Liz, I have done everything. I have actually done all of these things already. So why am I still going wrong? Why is it still going wrong and still a mess? Give us a call. We'd love to chat with you and see if we can help you figure that out. And hopefully we can, and we can get you back on track. Talk to you next time.